Hello, hello there. I thought give you another video today. Today what we're looking at here is this, a mini electric heater. We're looking at this here. And it tells you, there's a label there. That just tells you the instructions of the label. Maybe you can't see it on the camera. Sometimes you can see it on the camera because sometimes it can be very blurry on onto the camera. That could be blurry on the telly. When you see this, when you see this part of the label. So yeah, so it's a 500 watt. So see this, that's a mini heater. It's a 500 watt. I actually bought this in B&Q about 3 or 4 years ago. I actually bought this in B&Q, and it's only what it was only about $15.99. I got this for this for $15.99 in B&Q. So some of the, like I said, with the halogen heaters that I showed before, like in the last videos, one of this. But then before I get to this, after I explain about this, the mini heater. So the plug wired on it, 13 amp fuse in it. So that's the original label. That's the original lid and plug of it. So it works perfectly. So I only had about 4 years. So if you were to see, there's a volume there, right? There's a little, this is the back of it, and that's the front of it. It's the front, and that's the little thing here. You can maybe you can see there's a little zero thing button there. It means it's off. So if you turn around, let me show you. Now when you turn around, when you hear the click, that the click goes off and click goes on. And then when you turn it this way, you turn it that way around, and you turn it that way around. So it has a volume on this, 500 watt maximum altogether of this mini here, and it goes up 500, say 100 watt, and up to 107 watt, up to higher up 108 watt. 160 watt, then 180 watt, and then right goes right up and right up to maximum 500 watt maximum. That says here, maybe because you can't see it, because I tried to see, maybe you can't see it in the camera because sometimes it's blurred, sometimes it's not blurred. So now there's a thing that I'm going to read it out to you. This thing here, and it says there is that it's for warning signs, and this little red light here, that tells you when the heating's on. So it says warning, and I'm just turn the camera. I know the camera's a bit critchy when I turn, it's a nice critchy noise when I turn the camera around to make the scene. Now it says warning: do not cover, do not touch, do not surface. That's all it says. And mini here, and 500 watt altogether. So that just heat up a whole one room. So I'd rather the halogen heater, because I prefer the halogen heaters. And then I bought that about 4 years ago, way back 4 years ago when I bought this. And then what much did I say? About €15.99, something like that. I said that I must have paid for €15.99. Total €16 in B&Q. But this, and I got this for in B&Q. I got this in B&Q. About it's 11 euro 60 cent. I got this. So it has all your little screws, flathead screws. All you have is flathead screws. There's your flathead screws, Phillips screws, Allen key screws, and all your nuts and bolts and things in that. And that's your part is that. When you open, you put all your things into that. Put all the stuff in there. So I put all the parts back in together like this. So I got this for 11 quid in B&Q. 11 euro 68 cent. And then I got this one here, €15. €15 altogether in B&Q. That's the mini here. and I brought these two together. Now I'll put this back up here. Oops. Put this back up here. And the reason I'm over this side of the shed, because I will tell you what I do. Because you think this shed is big enough, because it isn't. This shed is only, well, it's only built up bricks and stones and water. Because it's a lovely day outside. It's nice and sunny outside, because we're in the shed. Because the reason is we're in the shed, because the shed, you think the shed, it looks big in the video. So I'm just going to give you a bit exploring around the shed. So I'll give you looked around the shed, around it, and that's come around to the back of it, and that there behind me, that's me work, that's me studio desk behind me, and that's just me fridge down in the corner behind me, and it only goes right around to the front door, the garage door. It's only one of those old garden sheds, old brick garden sheds. So it's only built by, it's only actually 10 by 8. It's not big enough, because maybe looks big in the camera, but this shed is only about 10 by 8, built up bricks and stones and mortar. So all this side here, no, that side is my work studio desk, and this side here is just all my tools, all my bits and pieces, all my bits and pieces over this side. So that's why I have this light on there. If I want to knock that light on, I was going to get, if I was to look for something. So that's the thing about the mini here. So, and move on to the next that's the original halogen heater. That's going to get fucked out this week, because it's going to the scrap. I'll put that there, because I actually took the other, I took the top halogen heater out, the halogen bar heater out, the 400 watt, and then I took the second one out today, took the other one out today, and the other video done, you see in the second one that was in it, and then I took before that I took the top one out. So I took the both halogen bar heater down. So this is the original halogen bar heater that goes into the halogen heater. So when you pull this out, and see the filament comes out through the glass tube, and that's coming from neutral, because it's a blue wire. The blue wire connection goes into this. The blue wire connection goes into this, and then when you shut the filament, if you were to shut the filament into the glass tube, the halogen bar into the glass tube, so when you shut that goes in like that, and comes out to the red, it's the live wire, and then the blue is the neutral wire, and this is the live wire. So that failed on me, because of the other two halogen bars I took out of the old here. Them two halogen bars are dead. It's obviously dead. So these are dead anyway. Dead like myself. Dead like myself. What should I have to say? Etc. etc. Dead like myself. But it is absolutely dead anyway. So these two halogen bars. So I was trying to see with this halogen bar. I'll put this down here. I was trying to sort it out last Sunday and 2 weeks ago, and I'm trying to get this back together like this, and I couldn't. It doesn't resist, and when you put it back together like this, say if I put it back together like that now, and what happens is, I'll show you, if I put the halogen bar back together, say it's going like this, right, and say live is on this side, neutral on this side, and the route, just say we're out the glass, tube and into the film in the glass tube. So like this, that's what it's look like in the halogen heater 400 watt. So when that turns on from live and neutral, the filament will light up inside the glass tube on the halogen bar. So it's obviously, see the other one break. There's a And the next one that just keeps pulling them out, so it's dead anyway. So it's dead anyway. That's the other part then. That's a glass bar of course. And the other one I showed yesterday was the one I showed. I wasn't going to give €32 for the, like I said, the other halogen bar, halogen heater I was looking for. The one I showed you, the last video, was the 400 watt, the one I bought in range, and it's a good one. So it's actually a good one. So because people love halogen fires. Halogen fires, it's like a fire, and it's like a fire when you're looking at. So all this and all that has to go into the. So that's dead anyway. Go to the scrap now. No use now. It's no use now. So oh yeah, the thing is, I took the plug off it myself. The plug with the lid and the wire, the socket. Well, so I just cut cut the wire off it. Cut the wire, kept the lid and the plug for myself. So I just cut that off and took the many parts out of it. So I had to try to fix it many a number of times. So the bars are kept going, but it's dead anyway. So that's that. The thing is about park rate. When you do that like this, when you open up and you think there's something wrong with the halogen bar, the way I done, the way I told you, fixing these halogen bars inside these electric heaters, trying to fix them. And don't try, if you haven't got a clue how to fix these, fix up and like that when it's plugged in, or you could fairly easy, you could electrocute yourself. Don't try to fix one of these up like the way I do. Otherwise, because most if you don't have a clue about electrics, because otherwise you electrocute yourself. If this was turned on from a plug socket wall, and the lid goes into the back of this, the lid goes into that to a socket wall. Because if you touch this, it's very easy. You blow yourself up because you electrocute yourself, or you might just pop the breaker, pop all your lights out. So that's how. That's how. Don't if it's dodgy, it's about to blow up. Just get rid of it. That's all I do. That's the same way what I do. Something blows up on it and it's dodgy, throw it out. Get rid of it. Go to the scrap. Now this is the one there. Back to the mini here. And that's the one I did this one anyway already. So yeah. What was I going to say? That my mother had a Park Ray fire, and the Park Ray fire was great. And there's no heat in the sitting room because there's no radiator in the sitting room, because it was so freezing in the sitting room and every other room in the house, bedrooms, kitchen, hallway, and the heat, the rads are used to, the radiators used to warm up every room in the house. They used to heat up there. The radiators, every radiator in the house used to heat up from the Park Ray fire, the pumpkin on the wall. And my mother had about a good few years, and it was grand. And so the air sitting room was smaller, so we knocked the wall at the back, making one room at the back, big long sitting room, when we had a Park Ray at the time. And then there's in that little back room behind the sitting room, in behind the sitting room in my house, there was a radiator in that back room. So we knocked that back room out into the one big sitting room. So we got the heat off that radiator, so it made it much better. Because the heating system, the Park Ray system in the house, but it was great heat off it, because you don't feel sick off it. You don't feel heat off it, and you do feel the heat off it. You get great heat off it. You don't get sick. You don't get headaches off it. Because the one I used to have in my house, the Park Ray fire, the cast iron steel thing that goes into the fire, and the bar you pull out, and then the glass door opens, has the cast iron door. It's a heavy steel thing, goes into the fire, and then the door opens. That has glasses in the front of the door, and you just throw everything that used to heat the whole house up. Now all the rest of the heat just goes right up to the chimney in my house, right up to the chimney. But it was great back then because there was we hadn't got that's just before we had a boiler. So what happened is it was all the heat goes up the chimney now because the whole house warmed up because all the rads were all the rads were roasting warm. Our house used to be warm all the time, even in the winter. Great warm in the house in the winter. So what happens is because we had to keep the parkway fire. You used to put coal into it, logs and sticks, and light the fire in the parkway, and light the fire in the parkway. So every time it needs a coal, clean out, needs a coal, and they'd put another bar down the bottom, used to shake and then rake it, bring the rake out and throw the rake into the back, into the coal yard, and with an empty tray and put it underneath the fire, let the ash fall onto the tray. So it was great at the time because the reason it done, it did a crack, done a damaged crack to the chimney breast wall, the main house wall, right from the sitting room, right up through the bedroom, right up through the attic, and right up above the chimney, above the main roof of the house, all the crack on the chimney. So I actually filled all them gaps in myself. That was about 10 years ago, 16 years ago. Got up and fixed the crack. Got up onto the main roof myself, onto the ladder with a bucket of cement, fill all them cracks in the chimney because the parkway fire that done the damage crack to your chimney. So we couldn't use that much anymore because that's when we got boilers. So now thing is, especially now coming up Christmas, but electricity is getting dear. Electricity isn't cheap anyway. That's what I said in the last video. It isn't cheap anyway. Maybe it's much cheaper than gas, but because the boilers, when the boilers comes on, electricity runs in them, and the gas goes into the boiler, and the water tank is then boosts the gas into the tank, something like that. Because I don't know that about. I'm not sure. I don't even know that about plumbers myself. My brother-in-law, he's a plumber, and he works in buildings constructions. He works in building contraction. My brother-in-law, he's a builder and contractor, so he knows about plumbing. So with the boiler in the house, the boiler gets, when you turn on the boiler, you can see in the little thing in the wall, kitchen wall, the thing on the kitchen wall, inside the boiler, you can see the blue flame coming up. And it boosts in, and then it starts. Every radiator in the house just gets warmer and warmer. The hallway, the sitting room's getting warmer. Upstairs, the landing's getting warmer. The bedrooms, they all start getting warmer because the boiler in the house. Now them boilers, cause sometimes them boilers can make it. Sometimes them boilers can make you sick and give you a headache. But they give you a headache because when the boilers came out in 2000. And back then, people didn't know how to use it. People didn't use much electricity back then. Back in the 80s and 90s, electricity was cheap back then. What I said the last video, electricity was cheap then. So when the boilers come out, because the boilers take a lot of electricity, especially now this time of year coming up near Christmas now. Christmas, I say Christmas is nearly. We're not too far away from Christmas. Christmas is nearly around the corner now. We're not too far away, so it's especially this time of the year because the electricity bill gets dear, and it's still getting dear because it's coming up to Christmas now. And reason it's coming up to Christmas because so many people have their Christmas lights on, Christmas trees and decorations, and not the decorations, Christmas lights, outdoor Christmas lights, front garden Christmas lights outside the hall doors now. Christmas trees and fairy lights. They all use all the Christmas lights will be turned down next month, December. This is only November now. This time next month, November. So this time next month, I probably have all my Christmas stuff out, and I have all my Christmas stuff out. Take all my Christmas stuff out here, put it all out here, because the way I showed you, this shed it's not big enough. It's not that big enough. It may look bigger than the camera. But it's not. It's built by bricks and stones and water. It's only 10 foot by 8. It's not that big enough because I'm on this side of the shed. All my tools is thrown on top of another where my tools is. My electric saw, my drills and my jigsaw, battery drills, all my other bits and pieces over that side. So so that's the story anyway. So that's the when the boiler start talking about the boilers were the boilers were what you call it, they do take up a lot of electricity. That's why in 2001 or 2002, that's when the electricity was going there. So much people using so much electricity, because and then when even especially around here where I live, because it's the most of the houses around here in this area, they're not getting enough volt into the house, and so because they have boilers, they have gas boilers and everywhere, and they turn on gas boilers. They use the same amount. They use the same amount altogether around at the same time, because the current and the volt in the electricity goes into your house, anybody's house, because the current just drops down because the boilers is running on. But it's not enough volt coming in around here, because electricity wires around here up over cables overhead. It's not enough volt coming off them. It should be enough volt coming off them altogether. It should have been enough volt coming off them, but it's especially this time in the winter. In the summer it's grand. In the summer it's perfect. Summer doesn't cost that much, but in the winter, the winter is something else. So there's the story. I'll give you information and start off with the mini heater. So that's me done, and I will see you up on the next videos, and goodbye.